Game with the 50-50. Game with the 50-50. All right, ladies, you got your fans? All right, now let's do a little work about let's look at it.
I don't know if y'all know, but Westlove and the 478 band, it's like,
y'all, real quick. Ladies, and the guys, and ladies flowing well. All right, y'all, real quick for the menu. Game with the 50-50. Game with the 50-50. All right, ladies, you got your fans? All right, now let's do a little work about let's look at it.
I don't know if y'all know, but Westlove and the 478 band, Honey, watch out. Honey, watch out. Children start copying. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. It's 8:03 in my neck of the wood. What time is it in your neck of the wood? So we gotta lean to your left. Yeah. Lean to your right. Grand Rising, everyone. So first of all, let me give thanks to each and every one of you for supporting my channel. Those of you that helped me get to Huntsville and back, I want to thank y'all for everything. I got to shout out to True T because True T had to come out of her pocket, y'all. Y'all know that the GoFundMe is completed, depleted, so she had to come out of her pocket and hire security for me when I went to Huntsville, you guys. But anyhow, I just like to thank everybody, all of y'all, everybody, even your likes, just coming in and liking and sitting down listening to me. It supported me also. Let me do house rules first, okay? Nosy Rosa Graham, Grand Rising. Oh boy. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yes, y'all, I'm getting old. Y'all know my grandson going on 40 years old. I can't believe it. My daughter was young when she had him. She was 16. So y'all know it was my son, a little 16-year-old girl having a baby. So he my son / grandson. So but anyway, he's almost 40, y'all. That's the one that the mama, y'all know they've been passing her picture around on the internet saying that she's True T. Well, that's his mama. Uh, that son's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to grandson, y'all. Happy birthday to him. He's actually going to be 38 years old. He's going to be 38 or 39, y'all. So, yeah. So it's a blessing, y'all. Most of y'all know that these kids, it don't take them long to grow up with the better the eye they're grown. Well, let's talk about our ancestors, you guys. When you gotta acknowledge your ancestors. You gotta honor your ancestors. When you acknowledge and honor the ancestor spiritual lineage within you, y'all know that the roots of Mother Nature smiles within you. I got to move that because I got my little lady, Miss Nosy Rosa Graham. I got to move that so I can finish reading this. But anyway, I just was so Y'all know how I am about my Black history, but when Kimmy made a statement about she was trying to throw off at Melody, like Melody not taking accountability, you guys. And she made a statement about people in slavery. Slavery, we wouldn't overcame slavery had it not been something about the slaves not taking accountability. I don't know how that went. I wrote it down last night, but I don't remember it because I was so pissed off. But anyway, here we go, y'all. When you acknowledge and honor the ancestors' spiritual lineage within you, the spirit of Mother Nature smiles with you. Yeah, the spirit of Mother's Nature. Y'all know our ancestors. Don't ever forget your ancestors. Let me just say hi to everybody this morning. If y'all hear a clicking, click, 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 that's this computer. Every time I click, y'all can hear it. So I apologize for that. Carletto, thank you. Grand Rising, Nosy Rosie, Grand Rising. Tay Tay, hey, Tay Tay. Please don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. It's free. Great contact boots on the ground. Oh, Linda Gamble. Y'all know, look like I'm caught up in so much mess with love in Huntsville. And maybe because I come from Huntsville, Alabama, because I'm there when I was living there. Just, y'all know, I've been moved out of Huntsville. Let me tell y'all that. I've been moved out of Huntsville way, way back in the beginning of 2000, maybe 2000, but I still got family there, but why I was back down there when Love and Marriage Huntsville came on was because my brother, I don't know if y'all knew this, but my brother was in a coma. And I went down there to take care of my brother. So that's why I was down there, y'all. And I'm going to always be in Huntsville. That's where my mom's house is at, all my family is at. So I'm always in Huntsville. Yeah, but it seems like I'm just caught up with this Love and Marriage Huntsville crew, especially this season. This trip, this girls' trip, they can't even go on a girls' trip without bringing the millimeters on a girls' trip and naming me as the face, aka Stormy, still as the face. Want me as the face of the millimeters, you guys. It's something. If you're gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. But when you're lying, that's what bothers me. It don't bother me because I know I went down there to this girl's warehouse, but they lying about it, y'all. I didn't go inside that lady's building. I didn't even go near the door. Oh, Carlos said that I went in there and inside, and then she claimed, she said I took my hand and tried to get in the door. You really think that big ass Courtney and his boyfriend standing up there and that dog was gonna let me inside that thing? But anyway, y'all, Grand Rising. I'm tired. I'll be glad when they get past that episode. Seemed like to me that was the girl's trip from hell. That's what it was. Melody tried her best to make those ladies have a good time, but they were so ungrateful. Okay, I see G Squad. Look like I see G Squad. But anyway, if you hear any content creator, thank you for being here. Y'all know Linda Gamble. Everybody know Linda Gamble. Hi, Linda Gamble. Hi. Hey, Queen. Brenda Gray, Queen. Lisa World. Brenda Gray. King. Okay, you guys. We're gonna be talking about Black history today. It's going to be about the Devil's Punch Bowl. And the Devil's Punch Bowl is really a concentration camp. We all know about the Holocaust of the Jews, but we also had our own Holocaust. It didn't last It lasts before, 500 years, our Holocaust. But after the Civil War, they put our people in the concentration camp, y'all. And they call it the Devil's Punchbowl. Now, those of you, I think I'm just going to do that for my members only. I owe y'all. I know I owe y'all. But for my members only, I will do Thanksgiving with y'all. In the meaning of Thanksgiving, I've had some members calling me, asking me, can I do the meaning of Thanksgiving? So I will do that, and I'm going to do it for my members. So Linda Gamma said it's 7. Linda Gamma said 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Miss Pam got the same. Pamela got 7:04 a.m. I just always interested. Ain't there something? Like it's 8:13 here and it's 7 where you guys are at. Hey, Miss Katrina Winters and me B Jackson. Hi, how are you? Y'all do know Queen Common Sense is also a creator, content creator. You guys need to y'all be missing out if y'all don't be over there. I need to see more of y'all over there, the Queen Common Sense, y'all. Y'all support her. I thought I saw G Squad, but anyway. Oh boy, so let me take my lady down, yes. I'm just y'all know Pinky is in the process of moving. So y'all don't see her a lot lately. Somebody brought to my attention that I was over on another content creator page, and they was telling me that my thumbnail was wrong, and so I went back and I looked at my thumbnail, and I'm like, it's how you perceive it. It's how you perceive that thumbnail. That thumbnail that I put out there, I think this is what only thing I could think of was this. I put this thumbnail out next to Trish, right? So as I went back and looked at it, and the thing of it was, it's called I'm trying to find Trish, y'all. Well, anyway, the thumbnail, let's see if I can find that thumbnail. The thumbnail is next to Trish. This right here, y'all remember this. Actually, that's one of my favorite characters. Here's a picture of Trish. Let's see. All right, so that's the only thing I could think of. I couldn't think of nothing else why it would be derogatory. I put the title of it was Double Standard, right? The double standard. The double standard that all of them have. Here it is, y'all. I found it. All right, here we go. Just now I can remember. Double standard and Marital exposes Trish's secret. So I was over there visiting. I didn't want to call a young lady out, but anyway, she said respectfully, your thumbnail is wrong. That's what she said. And so I went back and I looked at my thumbnail, and the only thing I could think of was that only thing I could think of on the thumbnail was that it's because Wanda face was on it, right? But it's how you perceive it. It's your perception of what you perceive that this was all about. But it was not meant. I didn't meant for this to be a derogatory nothing. I'm not making fun of her. It's an analogy. I did this to make an analogy, right? With Trish. The analogy is that Trish is looking in the mirror. She's looking in the mirror at herself, but she can't see herself because what she's looking back at herself is ugly. It's an ugly sight of Dragon Melody, Dragon Sunny, dragging Melody, dragging Sonny, just prejudging them. You got your own ish going on, right? That's all that is. It's just analogy, looking in the mirror and you can't see yourself. You see something that looking like you, but no, this is not me. This is not me, y'all. That's all I was trying to say. Trish is looking in the mirror but can't see herself because what's looking back at her is ugly. That picture is ugly looking back at her life, what she went through. So what she do, she turn around and prejudge Melody. She turn around and prejudge Sonny. She's dragging both of them. Now, this picture of Jamie Foxx is not meant to be derogatory, y'all. This is just an example. So hopefully once I explain this to y'all, I'm not trying to be, it's not meant to be derogatory, y'all. That was why when I put it up there, that's was in my head. How y'all perceive it is something different. I can't change that. So I'm telling y'all my meaning of why I put it up there. You got your own perception of what you see, right? So I was upset with Trish because Trish was dogging out Sonny. She was over there. She don't know Sonny. She do not know Sonny at all. But yet and still she's looking at in the glass house at Sonny like her shit ain't it. Oh no, it's not the same. It's not the same. Our situation is not the same. Looking in the mirror, but you can't see yourself. Because when you see yourself, what you see is something ugly staring back at you. That's all that is meant to say, y'all. But she is saying that her and then hers is worse to me. Her situation is worse to me. They got you looking like they got you looking pretty bad. You got a boyfriend on the show. You got somebody that you done went into their marriage or home with, aka Marital. And then you got your husband. You got all three of these men. But you looking at Sonny. Sonny done married this man. This man was a single man that she married to. Everybody may not agree with how Sonny got Moses, but the reality of it, Moses was not married at all. And to my understanding now, Moses been married now. He was married to somebody else. But did anybody ever on that? I saw one of these subscribers. I don't know who you were. One of the subscribers says, why don't they question her about Lil Barry? Why don't they question her about Lil Barry? So I don't know why Trish is not looking in the mirror at Destiny, because Destiny been going with a married man, and maybe because they got something in common, right? They want to be partners. They want to be friends, right? So all of them come after Melody. This is not meant to be derogatory, you guys. It's how you see it. It's your perception. Always let someone explain to you before you go attacking them, okay? Don't do that. So that's all I had to explain my thumbnail. And shout out to the young lady. She was very respectful when she said it, y'all. She said respectfully, folks. So I think your thumbnail is wrong. But before even trying to even listen to me and see why I made this thumbnail, you perceived it in a different way than what it really is meant to be. Anyway, Pastor Justice is here this morning. I'm gonna get on with the oh yeah, y'all. Let me I got to put this through. South Africa, y'all. We got a long ways to go as Black people. Check this out. In South Africa, this South African girl was born and raised in South Africa. She's a South African citizen. She very beautiful, dark chocolate sister, y'all. But South Africa got pissed off because they said that she did not represent them because her daddy was from Nigeria, the mom from South Africa, the dad from Nigeria. So I don't get it. She's still an African in me. But don't y'all know they stripped that girl of that title? And guess who? Guess who they put up there to represent them? Esau's daughter. Esau's daughter to represent them. She come from France. She's Dutch or she's something. And I'm like, oh wow, this is the most embarrassing thing. Let me run this through to y'all. We got a long way to go when it comes to loving ourselves. That's a perfect example of a whole nation turn against this girl, this African, one of their own, y'all, for their colonizer children. Now here they put the colonizer girl, gave the title to the colonizer girl. She best. She is. I think she was from France somewhere or Germany. She's the one best fit to represent our country, but not the South African born black girl because her dad from Nigeria. I'm gonna put it through for y'all. Y'all got to see this. I titled this, How Insane. This is insanity, y'all. This is insanity. Beautiful South African black girl won the contest. And the black South African was hating on her, said that because her father was a Nigerian. Y'all watch this.
Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagere here.
Sorry,
Today's
y'all.
video is going to be about Chidima and what is going on within the Miss Universe. If you don't know who Chidima is, she is a South African born with a mother from Mozambique and a dad from Nigeria. And she was contesting in Miss South Africa, where South Africans feel like she couldn't represent them because she's African and black, literally. Also, because of my name, people were not happy that my name is Chidima and I am representing South Africa. So that is where it actually really started. And, people felt like, South Africans felt like I wasn't South African enough because of my name. And it was really sad to see. It was a very horrible experience and I wouldn't wish it on anybody because I have lived there for 23 years. And it's heartbreaking to see that I wasn't welcomed and accepted. Yeah.
Creamy, fringy, herby, tasty, yummy, tangy, dippy, dumpy. My house in the house.
Well, you're welcome here. We love you.
And you're in the scene.
Yeah. I doesn't want to talk about it, but yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And there were certain things that happened behind the scene that actually made me withdraw. And it was so heartbreaking to see that I had to withdraw close to the finale. And but the decision had to be made. And it really hit social media as well. Yeah. And there was some statements that came out from Home Affairs with regards to my mom's ID as well, and that is still a legal matter, so I'm not going to comment on that. But what I do know is that I was born in South Africa and I am a South African, and I'm still proudly Nigerian as well. I mean, with the xenophobia that is in South Africa and how they really hate black people, and now this lady being a Nigerian, it really like got them to the core. They couldn't believe it, and that's why they accepted when a white woman was crowned Miss South Africa 2024.
Brand new Miss South Africa 2024 is Mia!
Lord, that's unbelievable. That's who they accept, y'all. Esau's daughter. Esau's daughter. Wow.
On what planet does this make sense to anyone? You see, we have a black beauty pageant contestant, yeah? That's the black girl in the picture. She's a bit of all right. They badgered her and they said, you can't represent South Africa. You can't be Miss South Africa because your dad is Nigerian and your mom's from Mozambique. You were born in South Africa, but what way are you South African? You don't have South African blood. They find out she's a South African citizen, but they just keep badgering her. And eventually she says, you know what? Yeah, I've made it to the late stages of this competition, but I'm gonna pull out. And some people said you should pull out, yeah, because you're not really South African, yeah, because we know what South Africans look like. So who do they pick to be the winner of Miss South Africa? They pick a woman with green eyes, Maya LaRue. That's how I pronounce it. Does that name sound to you like it's from the earth, from South Africa, yeah? Reverse racism, perhaps?
Nobody questioned anything. Nobody asked any questions. They were happy that a white woman won. And I mean, they did not bring out the issue of, oh, she is not, an African or South African person. The parents, where did they come from? No, nobody cared. Nobody brought up any situation about the parents. But when it came to the Nigerian girl and her parents, then they felt like they needed to prove a point, like the parents had to prove a point. And this is why I said, like, we African people have an issue when it comes to us as a people. We like to pull ourselves down. Like, it's like we enjoy seeing ourselves like fail, and it's really disgusting. Like, these people accepted for a white woman to win, and they were hating on an African girl representing South Africa. Like, make it make sense. And so with the whole saga, Nigeria saw what was happening, a lot of chaos, was happening. And they're like, you know what, let's
Oh, so fabulous.
I felt embarrassed, you guys. And she just won the title recently. I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay, I'll finish telling y'all the story. It's just embarrassing. It is the most embarrassing thing to see that they would reject her because she has a Nigerian dad, but she is a South African. She was born and raised. She'd never been to Nigeria before in her life. But so what happened is that the Nigerian government told her, okay, come on over here, come on home, since your daddy from Nigeria, come on home and represent Nigeria. Okay, she went over there and represented Nigeria. So and she won Miss Nigeria USA. So that qualified her to just go to Mexico and win in Miss World, right? Whatever. So she went there. So the South African found out that she went to represent Miss Nigeria in the Miss World pageant, and they got the writing petition to disqualify her and all this old junk. But anyway, make a long story short, she came in first place in Miss World. So now she, anyhow, she's living in Nigeria and she's getting all kinds of good things, good deals, movie deals, represent brand titles. So it ended up being something positive, but she's very hurt because she had never lived in Nigeria before, but they lift her up and picked her up and pushed her on through the pageant. And still today, them South Africans still dogging this girl out, giving her death threats and all that. Meanwhile, Esau's daughter withdrew. So they don't have nobody representing South Africa because the daughter that they picked, Esau's daughter, would do. She said she wanted to represent France and not no monkeys, and that's what they get. I said that's what y'all get. Y'all, yeah, because she got pissed off. Yeah, she did not win it legally. They gave it to her, and now she got pissed off because the girl went on and won Miss Nigeria Universe. So she stepped down. She knew she would have had to go to Mexico and compete with her. So in order for her to go to Mexico, they said she didn't even qualify to even to get in the top 20. Esau daughter didn't even qualify to get in the top 20 to even when she went to Mexico. That's what they say, y'all. So they say she dropped out. Some say she dropped out. Some say she didn't qualify and to go to the Miss World universe. But either way, y'all, it is embarrassing. Yes, I can't believe. I just couldn't believe it. South Africa, and y'all know that's what Mandela. I used to keep up with Mandela, the apartheid system. I was rooting for them in South Africa, but anyway, we got a long ways to go mentally. Yes, just to say God's word is all over this story. We see Bible in real time. Oh yeah, I never thought about that, Pastor Justice. Yeah, I never thought about that. Esau's daughter knew better. Oh, that girl that they picked was not nowhere, and she was not even intelligent, y'all. I was keeping up with it. The girl, Esau's daughter, was not intelligent at all. She couldn't even, if you ask her questions, she couldn't verbalize things. They just picked her because of the color of her skin, not because she was intelligent. That girl worked hard. That African girl is intelligent. She is a lawyer, y'all. What the hell? That little girl, 23 years old, and a lawyer. So she's a very intelligent girl. Okay, y'all, let's go on. We're going to go on with the Black History this morning. The Black History is, y'all, is going to be not the African Holocaust, which is us. And what happened to the slaves after the Civil War, you guys? Do y'all know that our soldiers fought for this country? And they would delete our soldiers, but put them on the trees with a rope, or delete them if they found them with the uniforms on. That's just how deep this story is. And for Kimmy to come out and try to Kimmy memorize the struggle that our ancestors went through, you guys. It's just something else for her to sit up there. I don't know what she was doing, but that's what pissed me off, y'all. Oh, okay. What she says, it's bewildering. Our community is so jealous of one another. That's slave mentality. Yes, slave mentality. Yes. Queen Cummins said they may pretend to be intelligent and falsify their intellect on paper, but when they open their mouths, that's just, my grandfather always said we had to be 10 times better in what we done just to even get a promotion. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put this through. This is the Black History, you guys.
However, I do think you can always verbalize what's right and what's wrong. We still be in slavery if people felt like.
Girl, shut up. Shut up. You're gonna use the plate about history. The plate about history that they involuntarily. Slavery was involuntarily. What your husband did is voluntarily. He voluntarily started a darn trial.
Like, oh, I'm not going to address it because it's not going to make a difference. That's just not how we function. And in all honesty, Melody wanted Tisha to control Wanda. She wanted Tisha to verbally say, Wanda, that's not right. Wanda, don't do that.
You could say it too. You could say it too. Basement Billy for months went on and on and on and on about Melody. Every time I think about this statement that woman made, I just feel how she minimized the struggle of our people to make a point for what she and them, they're doing, playing games on TV. But this is when we had concentration camp. This is the Black Holocaust. What happened after the Civil War to the slaves after they was free? A lot of them, you guys, were put into concentration camp to die. We know about the Jewish concentration camp, but we don't talk about our concentration camp. We don't call slavery a Holocaust like we do for the Jews. I'm not memorizing those Jews. That was awful painful for them, you guys. All right.
As the Civil War drew to a close, thus legitimately free individuals and escapees alike were captured and held in contraband camps, so named because as commodities, they were considered contraband by Union troops who had no qualms about perpetrating slavery for their own benefit. 3 such camps existed in the Devil's Punchbowl area of Natchez. A massive exodus of former slaves from southern plantations trekked northward in hopes of reaching a location of true freedom, but embittered soldiers, resentful that the people considered property were now free, had...
This is the Black authentic truth, you guys. The Devil's Punchbowl, Natchez, Mississippi. The African American Holocaust. The African American concentration camp was in Natchez, Mississippi. They were just listen, you guys, just listen.
Other plans. Researcher Paula Westbrook, who has extensively studied Devil's Punchbowl, noted, when the slaves were released from the plantations during the occupation, they overran Natchez, and the population went from about 10,000 to 120,000 overnight. Unable to grapple with an instant population swell, the city turned to Union troops still lingering after the war to devise a merciless, impenitent solution. So they decided to build an encampment for them at Devil's Punchbowl, which they walled off and wouldn't let them out. Former director of Natchez City Cemetery, Don Estes, explained, Devil's Punchbowl is so named for a cavernous bowl-shaped gulch walled off by treetop cliffs. It was the perfect place in the heart of...
Look how beautiful that is, you guys. Now that's where they're still there, you guys. They built a big old hole and just left them in there. They couldn't. And then throw some type of smallpox disease in there to get rid of them. But yeah, here we go.
Of nature for the army to enslave people and carry out their regime of torture. The men were forced to undergo heavy labor throughout the day while the women and children were simply locked up behind the walls. Every slave, man, woman, and child was starved and kept in the worst of hygiene conditions. The slaves died of torture by starvation and exhaustion. After the slaves were dead, the soldiers kept their bodies to rot inside the camps. They never cleared or buried the bodies. Instead, they provided inmates with shovels to bury their slave brothers and sisters inside the camp. They were told to bury them where they dropped. Such conditions.
So, what did Kimmy say, you guys? What did that woman say about our ancestors? Why was she with no sympathy? She had all this authority in her voice. Yeah. She compared this type of treatment that our ancestors go to. She was referring to Melody. Carl's Melody, she felt like did not take no accountability. When she herself was sitting up there with her own husband, that I got a lawsuit with, that been harassing women all over the internet. Harass women so much today, get a lawsuit. But she said we'll still be in slavery, right? If people felt like it's not going to make, if people felt like if you don't address the issue, it would not make a difference. This is so disrespectful to our ancestors, you guys. Yeah, very disrespectful. No wonder. She had no respect for nobody.
Along with the camp's location and climate of the region, contributed to the outbreak of several diseases that infected and killed the slaves. One of the major diseases contributing to the fatality was smallpox. Estes said of the concentration camp prisoners, they were begging to get out. Turn me loose.
So they purposely put, that is one of their strategies. They did it to our ancestors, the Indians, too. Now, you guys celebrating Thanksgiving. We should never celebrate Thanksgiving, you guys. I call it Happy Massacre, Happy Genocide Day. We celebrate the genocide of our people. It was 20% red man, 80% black man. They're always Indians, though. The genocide. So who was happy? Who was thankful? Nobody was thankful but Esau. Because Esau had won. Had got all our land, just about annihilated all of us. So they were the only one that was thankful, you guys. Happy Genocide of Your People Day.
And I'll go home back to the plantation, anywhere but there. Locals say human skeletons occasionally wash free from the location in times of heavy rains and flooding. Wild peach trees now dot the basin, where human beings who believed they finally won freedom from slavery were tortured and died. And these peach trees are believed to be fertilized by their bodies. Like so much about the history of the United States, sadistic acts perpetrated by officials acting on behalf of the government have been deceitfully downplayed to lessen shame and facilitate collective memory loss. Whatever the full truth about Devil's Punchbowl, it's a veritable guarantee no history book will be honest or thorough enough to shed light on the excruciating conditions similar to Nazi concentration camps. This is the Devil's Punchbowl. Black problems, black issues, past, present, and future. This is Black.
Simple as that.
This is Mark C, you guys, the Devil's Punchbowl in Natchez, Mississippi.
I don't know how they're gonna keep this up.
You kind of remind me of little Trish's husband, y'all, this man right here.
Wait a minute. Okay, guys, we finally made it down here to the Devil's Punchbowl in Natchez, Mississippi. It has a deep, dark history of cruelty and punishment to our ancestors. So we're at the site right now. Maurice, if you can show them. It has grown up immensely with trees and rubbish and stuff down here where you can't even see down here anymore. But it has a deep, dark history, and I'm going to read it right now about what happened. History has always made concentration camps to be synonymous with the atrocities of Nazi Germany. But America has its own dirty secrets about the use of concentration camps. These camps were located in Natchez, Mississippi, and were used to corral freed slaves during and after the Civil War, American Civil War. As slaves were being emancipated from the plantations, their route to freedom usually took them in the vicinity of the Union Army forces. Unhappy with the slaves being freed, the army began recapturing the slaves and forced the men back into hard labor camps. The most notorious of the several concentration camps that were established was located in Natchez, Mississippi. As the slaves made their way to freedom, the town of Natchez went from population of 10,000 to 120,000 people almost overnight. In order to deal with the population influx of recently freed slaves, a concentration camp was established to essentially eradicate the slaves. The men were recaptured by the Union troops and forced back into hard labor. The women and children were locked behind the concrete walls of the camp and left to die from starvation. Many also died from the smallpox disease. In total, over 20,000 freed slaves were killed in 1 year inside this American concentration camp. A researcher studying the existence of the concentration camp said the Union Army did not allow them to remove the bodies from the camp. They just gave them shovels and said bury them where they lay. They worked until they died, and they just buried them where they lay. Buried them where they dropped, was how they said. The camp was called the Devil's Punchbowl because of the way the area is shaped, as you can see. The camp was located at the bottom of a cavernous pit with trees located on the bluffs above, as you can see. Today, the bluffs are known for the wild peach grove, but the locals would not eat any of the fruit because some are aware of what has fertilized the trees. One researcher has noted that skeletal remains still wash up when the area becomes flooded by the Mississippi River. Even when America tries to bury its racist ways, we must force America to acknowledge what has occurred and not to shy away from the truth. Let's never forget all the freed slaves that died in American concentration camps at the Devil's Punchbowl. And that's it.
20,000 people.
20,000 ancestors.
And the Union
And
troops.
probably more. It's most likely more.
They're gonna tell exactly how they gonna get it. 20,000 exact.
You can't get down there. You had to take a. You probably had to get a drone to go down there and look. They say, "Buck."
If I had no more time, no more time.
Kimmy, you ignorant. How dare I'm so mad at you. How dare you compare, memorize our ancestors' blood is nourished all in this soil, y'all. Did y'all see all them trees? They said that the fruit, they said that the fruit grows so big, where that that concentration camp is. Y'all saw how beautiful the greenery is, but down there in the roots, is our ancestor blood that is nourishing that soil, y'all. Blood is all on the leaves. Blood is all in the roots of those trees, y'all. Kimmy, you are ignorant. You are ignorant. That right there, they said 20,000 people was put into that concentration camp. That's not, don't even touch 400 years of slavery, you guys. Of death, blood soaked all in this soil of what we went through. And this woman got to get up and compare her lifestyle. I don't know what I just don't know. They were just totally ignorant of her. Do she not share this trauma? Do she not feel this trauma of all this blood in the root of the American soil? That's trauma. When I see when I hear about slavery, I see trauma, y'all. All the trauma that our people went through. Even if, look at what I just showed y'all. Those people over there in South Africa are still traumatized. They would rather have Esau. Look at Esau's daughter and say Esau's daughter represent them rather than their own person. That girl was born in South Africa. She was a South African. Trauma. Slave mentality. Trauma. Our blood is all in the roots of the trees, all in the roots of the soil, y'all. Oh my God. Let's see what you saying, Miss Justice. Pastor Justice, sorry. Folk like he'll keep a black man from being president, Obama, but blacks. I'm going to have to call you up to explain that, Pastor Justice. I don't understand what you're saying. Folk like he'll keep a black man from being President Obama, but blacks, that White House, and many died alone. So, okay. I couldn't get it, what you were saying. So you'll come up and explain it if you can. Okay, it says, whoever made the South African girl withdraw from and strip her of her title is deplorable. Her people did. They had Esau. It was the head of Esau was the head of that pageantry, but it was her own people that pushed all that rhetoric. Tell the truth, and thank you, BT, for teaching wisdom. Kimmy is ignorant. Yeah. As a F. Yes, she is, right? Oh my God. This, I see, let me go on and finish putting y'all through because y'all are talking up here. Pastor Justice says, we cannot expect a person like Kimmy that don't pass a self-respect to have ancestral respect. Boom. Very well. Yes, Pastor Justice, no self-respect. Yeah, no self-respect. Kimmy, you put your foot in your mouth, girl. I never observed Thanksgiving once I had my own family, and my mother did her best to destroy my character and spread so many nasty rumors about me because I refused to pass down that as a tradition. And see, that's what happened is when I was growing up, Queen Common Sense, that you want to change a lot of stuff we have to change. We grew up in it. It was spoon-fed to us to just dishonor ourselves. So even Black Friday, y'all know Black Friday. I was just looking at on Black Friday, they had a list of slaves, y'all, and most of them was children under the age of 6 years old that they would sell on for Black Friday. They wanted this little 3-year-old going for this month, or this little 6-year-old make a good bed warmer. And they had like $200, and I got that list. I'm gonna put it up when I do my Thanksgiving. But we still celebrate Black Friday, y'all. That's what all Black Friday was that you can get a little discount on the black slaves, but it was more of. Now, today we will call it human trafficking. Back then, we were not human, so they can't put human trafficking in there. But yeah, Queen, common sense to change. It's hard to get our people to change. We've been so brainwashed to when the younger generation comes and says, okay, I'm woke. I see this differently. I want to stir our people in another direction. They get a lot of pullback. I know you got a lot of hate. Girl, I got so much hate for joining the Black Panther. Lord have mercy. All my family love them some Martin Luther King. And I love that Martin Luther King too, but I do know that there's more than one way to skin the cat. There's more than one way to do things, to get things done, y'all. But anyway, that's like saying I am not in Chicago because I live in North Carolina. Yeah. It's so pathetic how far reaching these spawns of Satan have to reach to diminish the very blackness that we were born with. Okay, I'm finna get to, hey, CC, how you, baby? I'm glad she won Miss World, a universe correction. Well, I said Miss World. It might be Miss Universe. Miss CC. Y'all look at it. Go look at it. It's quite interesting. It's very interesting. But what's more interesting is how the South, when the girl moved to Nigeria, represent Nigeria, they still coming after her from South Africa. They still trying to get her title stripped. She's not representing South Africa. She's representing her daddy's side of the family now, which is Nigeria, and they still after this lady. That's what you call that slave mentality is what y'all call it. They will use black children as foot warmers when it could lay on their feet a master to warm them up. Oh, that's what they were talking about, that warming. All righty, y'all. And so on Friday, it's like me, y'all. When I was riding to Alabama, I go past a lot of lakes. I know that down under those lakes is a whole community, a black community. All those man-made lakes, black communities are under that lake. And what y'all think today, that them black people just didn't run away? They deleted all of them. They got the buses under there, the churches under there, the cemetery under there. So when I pass those lakes, I can see the beauty in it too, but it's bittersweet because I know what's under there. I used to didn't know what was under there. I'd be out there just fishing just with my brothers and everybody else. I no longer fish. I know that these lakes is filled with our ancestors underneath, y'all. And what they did was these were progressive black towns, y'all. Y'all know Black Wall Street, they just bombed them up. But a whole lot of them, they just made throw water, made man-made lakes out of. So, Kimmy, you need to miss me with that. You need to apologize. You're not going to have no good luck. I hope the ancestors, I know y'all going to say this is mean, but I hope the ancestors come to you and teach you something, Kimmy. You're not going to be able to sleep or rest because these ancestors going to come to you. You disrespecting our ancestors, those spirits are real. Oh Lord, have mercy. Teach me, teach. Thank y'all. That girl, I want to get down in hood and ghetto with Kimmy, but I'm not going to do it, y'all. I just have to refrain myself. LaDon, hello, and blessed day be yours today. Okay, let's get on to some of the. Oh, that was our Black history. Let's get on to, let's talk about Kimmy. So Kimmy, sits up on TV and she's gonna give all her analogy. She got so much to say, you guys. I mean, how you got all this to say when you can't see this? Let's talk about this. Let's give Kimmy something to talk about, y'all. Okay, Kimmy, you could have talked about this. Love and Mary Huntsville star Destiny Payne arrested for identity theft. All right, Kimmy. All y'all want to talk about is Melody. You don't see that? And this girl was arrested for fraud and identity theft. And I don't know how many times Destiny been arrested, y'all. I don't know how many times, but they don't see nobody but Melody. And then when they talking about Stormy, that has no relationship with Melody. Melody don't have nothing to do with me going down there to Stormy business. All right, let's see what else Kimmy could have talked about, y'all. What's this one? What is this one? Marcel Scott sets the record straight after his mug shot and arrest go viral. That's her brother-in-law. That's her brother-in-law. His mug shot went viral. And then your sister-in-law too, Tisha. Oh Lord, her record so long till between Destiny gonna catch up with Tisha. Her record so long. But you chose to talk about who? The millimeters and Melody. Now I saw somebody else chose to talk about the husband with the DUI. One of y'all subscribers over there, I'll find it in a minute. But the husband said the DUI, they was not going to charge him. But let me tell y'all how Huntsville worked. They had to have a lawyer to conceal the rest. Now, if you got the money to pay this fine off completely, well, all right, we ain't going to charge you. The fine can pay it off completely, right? If you don't have the money, say if the fine $10,000, I don't have that money to pay off, then I have to do community service, right? But if I got a lawyer, because he did hire a lawyer to get him off, if I got a lawyer, I can have the rest of that sealed. They don't have to put on there if I had to do community service. They don't have to put on there if I paid them all, paid that fine. I paid the entire $10,000 up. So I do know how Huntsville works. So let's just take a look at this. Since you're going to bat for Stormy, Stormy got this record right here come from 12/4. Was it in 2000? I don't know. But this come from Lamar County Sheriff Department. Y'all. I think, I don't know where Lamar County at, but I think it's in Mississippi. As far as I know, she from Mississippi. Anybody know where Lamar County Sheriff Department put it up there? But seems like her and Destiny love being picked up by the sheriff, because Destiny was picked up by the Madison County Sheriff Department, and Stormy was picked up a while ago. But guess what her charges is, y'all? This is not the first time that she was charged with disorderly conduct. Now, Stormy, with my case, they know that they doing a fake storyline, because everybody know that Stormy case was harassment and disorderly conduct. Martel case is harassment, communication, domestic violence. But they gonna push harassment, communication. That's fake. Her charges is fake that they pushing at that table. Her charges is fake that Carlos is pushing, and he knows that. He knows that she's charged with harassment and disorderly conduct. But they want to throw off at Melody, distract from Melody, because Melody took Martel down there, and Martel got a harassment communication. But underneath this, y'all can't see it, but I did make it bigger when y'all see the commentary. Vandalism. That's what she got charged with, and disturbing family. So disturbing family, disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct to me is the same. That's not the first time she's been charged with disorderly conduct, but they call it disturbing the family right here. What you do, cuss your mammy out, Stormy? Which family member? You went to jail for disturbing your family. Was it that bad? Were you cussing your mammy out, your grandmama out that's laying up there sick? Who was you cussing out? It won't be far-fetched that she will go over there and cuss her sick grandmama out that her mama taking care of. Because me, I'm a grandma. She cussed me out. She called her mama all kinds of bitches. Vandalism, that's an act of violence. Vandalism when you destroying shit. That's Stormy right there. Why aren't you talking about that, Kimmy? I'm trying to tell y'all, these people got shit they can talk about. Stormy, you sitting up there talking that shit. You have shit to talk about. Talk about that. Those charges right there. So since you got the other one hid, you said or whatever. Okay, y'all, let's talk about this one. Oh my God. Love and Married Huntsville star Maurice got arrested for DUI. He spent the night in the slammer. Did you forget that, Kimmy? You sitting on that porch talking with that man. Did you forget that? Huh? Y'all got so much to talk about on Love and Married Huntsville, but y'all want to talk about the millimeters. You want to talk about the millimeters. You want to talk about this old lady right here. Did you forget that? Yeah, he's sitting up there. Like that's what did me, y'all. Kimmy. And this man sitting up there like they got all these high morals and stuff. Oh yeah, like an if Melody condone wrong shit. Yeah, she's sitting up there talking about, double standard. Yeah, you're right, double standard. What double standard? You sitting up there thinking that you holier than that your shit don't stink. Yeah, double standard. She asked her to call Wanda off. Now one of y'all ever call Wanda off. Don't play me. They ain't never called Wanda off. Do y'all remember that last reunion that Wanda was on? Do y'all remember that? That last reunion that Wanda was on, none of them would go to bat for Melody. Melody confronted that woman about her children. They still took up for Wanda on that stage. What about Miss Betty? You can't talk about that. Here for the hot tea. This is your stuff I'm getting ready to put up. I got this stuff from here from the hot tea, y'all. Look at Miss Betty. Miss Betty right there. You could have talked about that, Kimmy. You're not calling Miss Betty off, right? What about Miss Betty, y'all? What about Miss Betty Stormy? I got this from here from the hot tea, y'all. Maurice driving all under influence, and then when he get out, y'all throwing a party for him. He got a great big old fifth of liquor in his hand. That's why he gonna do it again, because y'all condone that shit. He gonna do it over and over and over again. That's what he had the nerve to say, y'all. Since she don't call, if Melody don't call or take accountability, that means it's gonna be done over and over again. Melody, how is Melody gonna control thousands of people that she don't know? I'm a grown woman. I'm old enough to be Melody grandmama, y'all. Melody can't tell me what to do and where to go. I'm just saying. Well, let's take a look at this. Shout out to Here for the Hot Tea. This is where I got it from. Yeah, they're talking to Betty, right? They're talking about Kimmy. I need you to take a look at this now, Kimmy. You ain't got nothing to talk about but the millimeters and how Melody was double standard. Let's talk about Miss Betty, Kimmy. And you want to take up a Stormy? Let's talk about Stormy not calling her mother off. Sharon said, better still, the only liars are you and your daughter, hon. Yeah. And Betty come back and say, Sean, you and your eternity facts is hilarious. Yeah. And then Sean said, come back to Betty still. You know it's true. Why, that is all you can say. Go touch grass, y'all. I don't know that thing. I got to skip the bottom of it. Oh, yeah. Go edit your comments so I can comprehend what you are saying. You're trying to say. You know, they're just going back and forth. Sean said, teach your daughter to stop lying so you can stop looking like an idiot on her behalf. All right? Kimmy, do you see that? Kimmy, I want you to take a look over here since you're trying to defend Stormy. What about her mammy? What about her mammy? How her mammy keep coming for Melody? Then over here, Betty still. That's what she's saying. As soon as your mama teaches you to write a coherent sentence, y'all, they just going back and forth. Then Shan gonna say, my sentences are extremely coherent. That is why I continue to respond. Oh, Biddy. At least my mother loves me and shows me affection. You treat Stormy like shit. That's why Melody dragged you on a reunion, then paid you dust. You all are envious over Melody. So, Kim, I'm just giving showing Kimmy that she has so much to talk about, y'all. I got to come in and to them producers, show y'all how to do y'all show. Producers of the show. It's so much that y'all could have talked about, but no, y'all want to talk about Melody and the millimeters. Okay, y'all, that's the same thing. Yes. What about Stormy mother? Not one of them has ever called Stormy mother off. Never. Not even Stormy. They lying. They never called nothing. Stormy mother was hating on Melody before the show even got off the wall good, y'all. Yeah, and Trish. Yeah, Trish, I can't leave you out. Double standard when it come to you, Trish. Yeah. You calling Melody out yourself too, Trish. I think I had you at the beginning. What you see in the mirror, when you looking over there in the mirror, Trish, what are you seeing? What do you see? You come in, you double standard too. I'm finna show y'all how Marital gonna expose Trish's secret. And this is that he just exposing the lies. Trish said she went over his house to train him. Marital said that's a lie. Ain't no woman gonna train him. He said it was like a movie thing that they went through. So I'm getting ready to put that through, y'all. Honey, let me tell you something. Y'all need to hire me, producers, because I just gave y'all a list of what y'all could have added to y'all roster on that show. Then y'all get mad at the millimeters. You're mad at the millimeters for telling the truth about your cast members. Y'all see that man on the end right there? That what y'all call that? The domestic violence, the communication harassment. I was looking at Sonny. Sonny said, as a producer, that man been convicted. That man shouldn't be on that show. But what did they do? They make fun of it, make light of it, and then twist it and put it on Stormy. Take the heat off of him and put it on Stormy. That's fake. Stormy was never charged with communication harassment. Communication harassment can only be if you are a family member or a lover or something like that in that family. That's what communication harassment says. An ex, a husband, a family member. Right? That's what communication harassment is. And y'all just a liar. And Trish, look, Trish, when you look over there, Trish, what do you see? You can't see yourself. It looks ugly over there, don't it, Trish? It's not meant to be derogatory. I'm not making fun of her looks, y'all. This is just an analogy, okay, y'all? It's just an analogy. It's not meant to be ugly, yeah? What do you see, Trish? That looks ugly over there, don't you? This analogy that Trish is looking in the mirror but can't see herself. You look in the mirror, you see something looking similar to you, but it's looking back at you and it's ugly, ain't it, Trish? What you see looking back at you is so ugly. It's an ugly sight, ain't it? So what you do, you can bash other people. You can drag Melody. You can drag Sonny. You can drag them. You can bash them and look down on them because your shit ain't ugly. It don't stink. But if you look in the mirror, well, you can't stand to look at it because it's looking back at you really ugly, y'all. I'm just going to say it again. This picture, Jamie Foxx, is not meant to be derogatory. This is just example, you guys. That's all this is. Okay, y'all, I'm going to read some of these comments and then I'll put the commentary through, all right? Okay. Excuse this click. I can't help it. I know it's loud, y'all. BT, while Stormy was clowning you, you were standing on public property, but Kimmy saying nothing about that injustice. I took the legal way out, right? And a peaceful way out, but they're not talking about that, you guys. All right. Justice says Kimmy had no respect for Kyle. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot about that. Kimmy had no respect for Kyle, his first wife, and his DM and bed while he was married. Hate, I call her a side chick. He was there. He saw it. She a sugar mama. She is gonna always be a sugar mama, y'all. Y'all know what y'all know they got this thing called Pop the Balloon. And Pop the Balloon is so many different but they really have one got Sugar Mama Pop Balloon. And they are women's my age. From 50 on up is my age. They are Sugar Mama. And they're standing up there. They looking all beautiful. And these young men are coming in there picking these women's. Sugar mamas. Yeah, they're out there. They don't mind just as long as the man is young and as long as the man will acknowledge them, they're going to take care of them. What does he inherit? He's there to inherit stuff from her, but she don't inherit nothing from him but a lot of stress. Allegedly, when we saw that man, this man had lipstick all over. It looks and appeared like lipstick was all over him. And where he got arrested at in that little area down there where he got arrested at, y'all. Down there, anyway, I have to pass it, y'all. It's like, it's called it Orange Cross Road or something like that. All those little bitty towns about 5 minutes from each other. Just politics. They should just make all of it Huntsville, but y'all know how politics is. They divide these districts. You can go across the street or past the red like you in another little city. So, you know, wherever he was at, y'all, he was out all night long. Look at the time of the day that he was arrested, and then they gonna try to tell us that he was. Let me see if I got it. I need to see what time he was arrested. I don't think I put it through there. Did it tell what time he was arrested, y'all? Let's see. Let me go back here and see. Because I think he came in. Let's see what it said, what time he came in. He was out all night long. Oh, shit, I can't start up my month here. I can't see that. Okay, but anyway, y'all, it's going to come up. He was out all night long. This man, I'm so tired of looking at him. I'm so good. I'm tired. I got to look at this. Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know I got to sin in the goddamn courtroom. These people are so fake, and what True T over there reporting is true, y'all. They need to pick his ass back up over there, allegedly. So this True T is telling the truth. Allegedly, he got two driver licenses, you guys. I don't know which one he gave him. When they picked him up, I think he gave him the Alabama driver license. When they checked him out, he gave them the Detroit driver license. That's how we know he got two driver licenses. Now, had they know, that's illegal. They don't know this, but see, the content creator that's looking at this shit can pick it up. Weed picks it up and tell the truth. I don't even think they paid that no attention. I don't guess whoever booked them, that was maybe on another shift. They're not paying attention. When they get ready to go out, they're going to show Detroit. Either vice versa. But he got two driver licenses, which is illegal. They need to pick him back up. Yeah. True T is telling the truth, y'all. It's out there. All y'all got to do, all y'all people that like to do documents, just dig it up. Y'all, it's on there. You can put the paperwork up. I'm not gonna dig it up because I'll let y'all do it. Go in there, get that case number, and pull it up. Pull it up, y'all. I want y'all to pull it up. His driver license that he put in, he got two different driver licenses. When he got arrested, he showed one. When he got released, he showed a different one. And that's what True T is trying to tell y'all. Let's talk about that, Kimmy. You could have talked about that. But no. Producers, you could have talked about that. But now y'all want to talk about Melody. Now here's the confession, y'all. Oh my God. Oh, Miss Intelligent. I got to go back over here and get y'all for this because y'all tearing her up over here on these comments. Oh, Kimmy had no respect for Coward, his first wife. And she was all in his DM. Do y'all remember what the story she told? She said that he was a barber and she arranged for him to come over to cut her son's hair. He could have been a monster. He could have been a monster, y'all. She just lucked out that this man was not no kind of monster inviting wherever she invited. She said that's her words. And so she very well knew who Coward was when she went to that sex party. She claimed, I didn't know who she was when I went to the sex party. I didn't know who her husband was. I was just at this party where they were selling sex toys. And then she turned around and said, well, I saw him and I had invited him over to cut my son's hair. A single mother inviting a stranger in, y'all. Sugar mamas, they out there, they proud of themselves. These sugar mamas are proud of themselves, y'all. And usually sugar mamas are pick-me's because they value a man more than they value themselves. So she can't comprehend Melody's strategy of getting out of Melody, getting out of the situation. Melody should have stayed in there. Oh, Martel, such a good man, such a great man. Sometimes, allegedly, I be wondering if she got a crush on Martel because she just really lights up more with Martel. I guess that coochie will get wet for Martel. The one get wet for you. It's dry for you, Uncle Festus. If I had to look over there at Uncle Festus too, I'll be dry. All right, y'all. Justice says send copy of both to Alabama DPS license department. Yeah, it's on there, y'all. What they say about the two driver license where they do that at? Yeah, he got two driver license, y'all. Two driver license is illegal at any state, y'all. When you go down there, I'm going to tell you how they do it. When I went to get the driving license, I had to turn over my old driver license. They'll put a hole in that card, so you could not use that card of that state anymore. That's what they do in Alabama. Because, see, when I was in Alabama, I taking care of my brother, yeah, I had to, I just so many stuff I had to do to take care of him. So I had to go ahead on and switch over to my Georgia license to Alabama. I gave them my Georgia license. They put a big old hole in that license, so I'm not able to use it. If I show that license, it's no good. So I don't know what he did. I don't know how he got it, but he got two of them. Justice says SNA purchased sex toys from his wife to use with. Oh, that's low down, ain't it, girl? Oh, that's some strategy right there. I never thought about that, y'all. She sure did. She said she was purchasing sex toys. I'm gonna get this young boy. Woo-wee. Hey, Star Child. She's speaking to LaDon. Hey, Creole. I still want y'all. I gotta find the part where y'all talking. Alrighty, y'all. Pastor Justice says, Sugar Mama, she makes a younger man life sweet by providing his need. She gets low and raise him up. Yeah. I thought Kimmy was don't tell no lies about us, and we won't tell no truth about y'all. I like that, LaDon. I like that, LaDon. Yeah, let's see what Miss Joyce is saying. Queen, if you make it very clear, I see your analogy. I love your teaching and wisdom. Blessing to you. Thank you, Miss Joyce. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not making fun of that girl looks. That's not what that's all about. Okay, let's see what Queen Comment says. Kimmy has not connection to the spirit nor the stomach, which is why they are conflicted. Wow, you guys. Queen says, these are very broken women. Their souls is dark, denial, and delusion is a very ancient curse. Okay, I got a lot of read. I'm finna put the commentary through. This is Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Ooh, oh, I forgot I gotta take Kimmy down, put it to play. Kimmy, girl. Kimmy sitting up there. She said, we'll still be in slavery. I'm so pissed every time I look at her. We'll still be in slavery if people felt like they didn't have to address issues or take accountability. Something about it's not going to make a difference or something like that, she said. But child, oh God. Ooh, Lord, that pissed me off. All right, y'all, here we go. Love and Marriage, Huntsville. At the stage. Behavior. This certainly is bad behavior right here. Child, here you go, y'all.
Reality TV stars on the wrong side of the law this morning, as Marie Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville is charged with driving under the influence. Investigators say this happened on Saturday. Scott is now out on a $5,000.
This is Urban Bell by Amanda Niles. How did we get here, you guys? Marie Scott and on countersued for millions by Love and Marriage Huntsville YouTuber. How did this all begin? So Maurice is currently tied up in a controversial lawsuit against Love and Marriage Huntsville fans. Love and Marriage Huntsville star Maurice Scott is a hot topic on social media due to a controversial lawsuit that has. Here's what some of the fans are saying. 2 Cents says, I think a lot of the fans and bloggers are extremely fed up with the show. Most of the cast fake their storyline every season and won't address what is really going on in their life. So now people are digging up their info and looking into the past. Both suits will likely be dismissed, though. Hopefully Maurice and others will accept they can't intimidate and silence fans. Mickey says, and I hope bloggers stop viciously lying on cast members. Black Titanic knew she was lying and continued to do so. Now she is in hot water. I agree. Both cases will likely be thrown out. Black Titanic will end up much worse off than he will. This is costing her more than she can afford. She said she had a stroke. Oh, that's the entire show and network, and did to Mel. Janae says, right here, the culling of an abuser and stalker does something to my soul, as the behavior is a slap in the face to victim. Very triggering. If you want to sue, I most certainly will join. The mental abuse and the constant disregard for others is PTSD nightmare for me. Old school. I think Maurice thought this would be a slam dunk. I'm impressed they raised money to find these bloggers legal representation. The men on the show and pygmies hate black women who refuse to be punked. Black Titanic didn't legitimately think it was him. She just didn't care. She was motivated by her disdain for the Scots. It worked for her when she lied on criminal records for Letitia. I was in the chat when people were pointing out the inconsistency in the evidence she was sharing. She was wanting to not put it out. Information. So y'all calling the documents, I don't know anything about this girl. Only thing I did was read the arrest record that the court papers put out. So if you don't think those records was fake, that's on you, y'all. Sherry says, so much for a show that was supposedly showcase black excellence. I'm so over these reality shows and their cast members and their fake storyline. Maurice Scott thought he could bully several YouTube content creators for exposing the truth about himself that he didn't want known about him. I am supposedly being an attorney to know that anything concerning him and anyone else that has ever had legal issues are public record. I lost interest in the show after Carlos King lack of empathy with protecting Melody Cherie. Oh boy. I lost interest in the show after Carlos King lack of empathy with protecting Melody Cherie Rogers from her obsessed ex Marital Hope and turning a deaf ear on what she was dealing with. Yet, he decided to not care about her safety and brought him back on the show after being incarcerated. Apparently, Whoever is on or own has a problem when it comes to women being protected from stalkers. And thus case or ex that threaten him, ex with exposing revenge porn. I can only hope and pray that this particular YouTuber content creator win the case against Maurice. Thank you, and on network. Hopefully, Carlos King received the karma for lack of protection of Melody. All the men on the show, excluding Courtney and Chris, are abusive and disrespectful to women on the show. Carlos is the ringleader, definitely, showing sexual favors to Marital. Carlos has failed to protect Mel from her husband, Marital, who has stalked, shouted, defamed, etc. his wife. Marital had pushed women and got in the face of a makeup artist that works for Mel. Mel pays for her own security because of the unhinged action of her ex-husband. Marital has been arrested for attempting to put out a tape of their own activity, right? When they were married. He even showed it to others, including the mistress, whom he wanted her to put it out and say it was his wife with another man. They have been divorced for 4 years, and he's still stalking her. They talking about bad behavior. This certainly is bad behavior right here. Child, here you go, y'all.
Reality TV stars on the wrong side of the law this morning, as Marie Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville is charged with driving under the influence. Investigators say this happened on Saturday. Scott is now out on a $5,000 bond.
Fraud and ID theft. She's been picked up several times, you guys, since then. So now, Kimmy, you guys just talks about Melody. That's all you're going to talk about. You could talk about that. Don't forget about Stormy. Stormy was in December 1204. Time 1248, Lamar County Sheriff. I don't know nothing about the Lamar County Sheriff Department. And then there's Madison County Sheriff Department that came after you, young ladies. Yeah, there's plenty to talk about, Kimmy. Oh, well, I said I was going to call her Pam, but I keep forgetting. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of talk to talk about. Why are you talking about Kimmy? For the sake of it, you guys, her name is going to be Pam, right? So Miss Pam sent over there talking all proper, but she does look pretty, though. She's a pretty lady. Can't take that away from her. And I thought you were smarter than what you sound, but something ain't ticking right. How dare you disrespect our ancestors? That statement that you made will still be in slavery? If people felt like it's not going to make a difference, if they don't address the problem, slavery? But anyway, you guys, we will examine that while you will minimize slavery to storyline. That's too sensitive for me. Our ancestors deserve more respect. You know how they bled? That blood is soaked all in this ground, all under the water. They're buried. And you're going to minimize the struggle and the pain that our ancestors went through to compare it with this little girl's drama that y'all got, this little kid's drama that you ladies got. And Kimmy, Miss Pam, you are an older woman. headed towards 60, towards your senior citizen years. No. So let's talk about Marital case. It's been ignored, y'all. And then also they do know that Stormy case and Marital case is not the same. They've been pushing this narrative. Look at this, you guys. Mark, was charged with communication, harassment communication, domestic violence and harassment communication. She was charged with harassment and disturbing the peace. They have two different charges. You can talk about that. All these mug shots flying around. So looks like, okay, I got a disorder. Like my case was Stormy, y'all, is harassment and disorderly conduct. On this one, she got vandalism and disturbance of family. Disturbance of family is the same thing as disorderly conduct, you guys. That's so similar. So you do this a lot, huh, Stormy? That's who you are. I see you were young right here. But that was just almost a year ago, about a year ago, when you got a disorderly conduct. You haven't matured. You still acting a fool. Vandalism. You guys know how serious that is. Vandalism is a form of violence, you guys. It's destroying and tearing up property. Vandalism. My God, girl. Her personality's still the same. You not learn anything. All right, Miss Stormy. So I'm just pointing out this, you guys, that how she talking about a double standard. Her standards are double in that you know about these things, but you can talk about Stormy. You didn't have to talk about Melody. You had a one-sided a communication going on. You kept talking about what Melody wouldn't do right for Stormy. Anyway, you guys, double standard. Yeah, double standard. That applies to you, Miss Pam. Hey, welcome, Pastor Justice.
Good morning, Miss BT. Y'all, I'm so enjoying your lesson today. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. And I just wanted to speak on Kimmy. And some people hear you saying this and they think that it's far-fetched when you say that the ancestors can visit her. That's the truth. We are created as spirits in earthly vessels.
Mm-hmm.
But we are spirits. No matter what you look like, what you sound like, you are a spirit within that we see. And those spirits don't die. Those ancestors of ours, and I think another little thing that we fail to remember as a people is that when we say our ancestors, it puts it so far from us. Oh, long time ago. No, it's right now. We need to start saying our families, because those ancestors that when we say it, we think of Africa and all these other places, but those people are who we derive from. We are spiritually attached to those people that were slaves that were beaten. And not only just the slaves, but in modern day slavery, that were imprisoned, that were in those black Holocaust places that they failed to recognize. We are spiritually attached to those people, which is why we experience a lot of the spiritual warfares that they went through, because we are seen the same way in the spirit realm by the enemy of them. We may be wearing updo hair and packing designer this and that and living in a gated community, but in the spirit realm, we are seen the same. We're seen the same, which explains why we're treated the same way they were years ago. Right now, we have laws and barriers that's supposed to prevent us from lynchings. But let me say this, today in 2024, there are lynchings. I remember 3, 4, 5 months ago, a guy was found in Texas hanging from a tree. And this is modern day. There are lynchings going on right now. And not only that, do it have to be a physical lynching by hanging, but do you know we're being lynched with the laws that they create to hold us in bondage, to keep us downtrodden, to make us not be able to prosper? We're being lynched with the court systems that one person can have an ounce of marijuana and go to and get probation, while another have an ounce of marijuana and get 99 years. We're still being lynched as a race. So it's not so far-fetched of what you're saying about the spirits, because the spirits are active and moving right now. We got to be more cognitive about how we represent our ancestors. I understand your pain when you hear her say that, because not even having all the knowledge that you have and the experience you have, I feel that, because I have learned to respect and honor as far as I could go back to my grandmother, my great grandmother. And then I think about those who were before them. When my grandmother came to Houston, she had to bring a house attached to a vehicle. Back then, they didn't have moving of buildings and stuff. Little small house, and sit it on a piece of land and add to it room by room every year. And I remember being asked myself, are you gonna move and let that lady sit down? And she was a clear lady. I was a little kid and I said, no, I'm not moving. Didn't know the ramifications of it, didn't know that that was a battle, didn't know anything, but just spoke that. So God have instilled in you and people like you that war against that attack on the spirits, because in the Bible it says the black man helped to carry the cross. And I believe that when that happened, that was a special anointing, a special favor, a special grace put up on that race, our race, which is why we are so hated. It's not just the color of your skin. You look that's not it. It's not just the color. It's just that the color of your skin embodies that power, that favor, that grace, the ability to come through slavery, generations of it, the ability to stand up in this United States of America and still prosper when every law that they make is against us. Even the education system, the medical system, the judicial system, everything is against us, but we still thrive. We still overcome. That's not human. That's supernatural. That's who we are. And if we ever learn who we really are, we will stop tearing down one another. Because every time I tear you down, Miss Black Titanic, I have aligned myself with a spirit other than the one God has given me. Because God has given us a spirit to unite, to overcome. Look at every revolution. Look at King, look at X, look at everything that happened. But when the people unite, we overcome anything and everything. And that's what the spirit is fighting, unity. That's what's happening on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They came there, Core 6, united, ready to make history. But the spirit of division, embodied by the demon CK, came to divide. And it did. Because there were not enough people there who knew who they were and why they were there. Some came to say legacy, but then they wind up making money. Some came to say future, generations, and representation, but they wind up saying, I want success. I want fame. So when that spirit come in through whomever allows Satan to enter, it destroys. Love and Marriage, Huntsville, as we knew it, season 1.
Okay, let me hold that thought. Let me welcome Queen to the stage. Hi, Queen.
Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody.
Hi, Queen.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I done messed around and caught pneumonia.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm fighting though. I'm putting the devil in the head.
That's right. There you go.
Can put him in a figure 4. I want to say amen, ashe, to what you said, Pastor Justice. That is the word. I'm big on foundation. I'm big on connection to spirit, big on connection to the great creator, God, however you want to label it. The big problem I have with some of these women who keep coming from male who have not a base of any reason why, just jumping on the bandwagon of idolatry and deifying the Satanism that I see as attention. Because, we know the word tells us that if you worship idols, that's a sin. That's an abomination to the Most High. Number 1. Number 2, let's wind the clock back a little bit. Remember when Wander was coming for Kimmy left and right, up, down, front, and center? She didn't have a problem stepping to Tisha going, hey, call off your watchdog over here.
That's right.
Wanda would not back up off of Kimmy. And she was like, could you do something with your mama? Where was that energy when that happened to Mel? She jumped right from Kimmy on to Mel. And when did it happen? It's very, very important we see the significance of when this happened. Okay. Kimmy was entering a relationship and a bond with Stay Puft Marshmallow, right? Melody was leaving a very, very toxic situation. That stirs up the enemy in a lot of women who are weak and whack like that. I'm just going to make it plain. And I'm a parallel with a personal experience I had as a 20-year-old young woman, starting off my life, starting off my career path, my dreams, chasing my goals and all that. As a young mother, I had an elder cousin, 20 years my senior, who was a Wanda. Okay? Nasty. And she left me a lot of emotional trauma behind. I couldn't figure out why. Just like Mel can't figure out, like, what's the matter with you? Right? I call them pretty girl problems. Now, this is what I have a huge problem with Kimmy is she needs to focus on her idol that she's worshiping, sugar mama. Focus on that husband of yours who don't know how to keep his zipper up. Okay. And running around here putting people's lives in danger, Miss Nurse. Okay, because anybody that has taken a Hippocratic oath to preserve and protect life, you should not be sitting as calm as you are talking about how Melody needs to speak up when you are not holding your own idol, your own earthly God accountable for getting behind the wheel of a car while inebriated and then having a lot of illegal documentation to try to wiggle through and cut corners and slither out of being accountable. Okay, so let's not talk about accountability, Kimmy. Okay, because your husband could have taken not just his own life, but anybody else's life that could have been on that road at that time. Thank goodness it was just a tree or a pole. Okay, whatever it was he rammed into and totaled that little car that you got. When you practice idolatry, money, cars, houses, clothes, attention, you never have good luck. You're never going to be blessed. You're never going to have the prosperity that you would like us to believe that you have. Okay, because we all know the majority of them on this cast, this is their only income, including you, Kimmy. Okay, you gave up your whole career that you worked hard for. I don't know about nobody else, but I went to school for 8 years to become a nurse. And I'm not giving that up for nobody. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how much, you D me down. I don't care how much many promises you make or whatever. I'm not quitting my job that feeds me and has put my child or children through college and got me the lifestyle that I have, whatever at that point in her life. There's no way you can get me to step down from that. And then struggle. And then on top of that, get sick, a life-threatening illness, Kimmy. But you
Queen,
want Melody to
Queen,
call her fans to the carpet? Unbelievable.
Queen. Hello.
hmm
I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
here.
piggyback on that. I'm a nurse also. Do you know at my age, I still keep my nursing license updated? It's just all that I done went through, all that education and the struggle I went through to get that license. Like, it's time to renew the license again. I keep it updated. We have to do
hmm
classes, do our CEUs to keep it updated, but I'd be damned if I'm just gonna let that go down the drain. And I hope this woman didn't really do that for a man that don't know how to provide, y'all. I mean, it's crazy to me. Okay, Pastor Justice, you can go and finish your thought, what you had to say. Thank you, Queen.
Yes, ma'am.
hmm
That was good. I amen that.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to say that you know me. I'm gonna always go back to the Bible. The Bible say love hides a multitude of sin. So if you want to know if there's love in the relationship, find out is the sin hidden in love. Not hidden like under a rock or hidden in the dark places, but hidden with love. See, love says, hey, drinking and driving is not going to happen anymore. We finna get some help. Not just for you, but for me and everybody else out on that road. That's love. Love says, okay, we have stayed together for all these years. You cheated on your wife with me, a coward. I want to apologize to you. See, love does that. So
Mm.
we know that there is no love there. It's convenience. The convenience she needed to portray herself as a married woman. She was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, not Love and I'm sleeping with your husband Huntsville. So she had to dress that up and make it cute. And then
But they were not married, Pastor. Do you
I know
know
that's what I'm
that?
saying. That's why
All
they
them,
got married. Yeah,
all them years she was with that man. That man
yeah,
only married her to get on that show.
yeah. And when they came to the show, they weren't married.
Yeah,
They
that's
got married on the show.
uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. So that's all that was. That was a marriage of convenience. That was a marriage of let's make this check. We got to get married to do it. Let's do this here. That was a range situation. That's all that was. That wasn't no love. So now, why is everybody expecting? He ain't showing her love. She got cancer. He wasn't in love. He got with her for convenience. First thing on his agenda, make sure I got some security. Hey, change that house in my name. And oh yeah, I don't want nobody interrupting what I do. Get rid of that boy of yours. Put him somewhere. She did all of that. And the only person that has prospered for real, in this relationship is him. It's him. When iron's supposed to sharpen iron and two walking together is better than one, where is it?
Mm.
So that's my take on Kimmy. She got a lot to talk about. She can talk about how she's not going to roll over and take it anymore. That will take up another 9 seasons. Just talk about that. I'm not going to roll over and take it anymore. Just talk about that.
Oh my God, yes. He's been the worst example of a man. And then he all of a sudden come out by he this lawyer. And the other
Mhm.
blogger that I can say her name because she's involved in a lawsuit here for the IT said, well, when did this happen? I didn't know about being punked or something similar to that. Because he gonna come out with this paperwork about this lawyer. But all the time he been on that show, he never showed that. All he ever talked about was his sexual perversioness, is what I called it. That's
Mhm.
all he talked about on the show. And suddenly you this big time lawyer that you want everybody to look at you for. Man, I'm telling you, the fake is real on this show.
When they made Melody honorary doctorate, we saw her in cap and gown. We saw her when uh who was that? When and I tell you something else, we haven't even seen Tisha's degrees.
Yeah.
So, and if he is a lawyer and he graduated on the show, he was, I got to study. I can't help you. I got to study. We saw no certificate, no graduation, no ceremony, not even a cake lit to celebrate your graduation. We saw nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. And if
So
you walk around with two IDs from different states, come on now, that leaves room for fraudulent activity.
let's talk
Fraud-
about
Exactly.
this. I think if I'm not mistaken, it was in 2020 when he was going to law school. We all know that everything was on the computer in 2020. For a long time, nobody was not in that classroom. So if you got your degree from 2020 on, you were behind the computer. You learned how you learn is hands on. You were not. I don't know. We wouldn't. Everything was shut down. Everything
Mhm,
shut down. So it's
mhm,
easy to get a degree. That's when what's her name said she got all her degrees. And
mhm,
that's when he say he got his degrees. And
mhm,
during that pandemic, they were getting them degrees, y'all.
mhm. Yeah. And for the right price, companies will write you up some degrees. I know a lady right now that works for the sheriff department. She and her best friend had an argument. And she's been there for almost 30 years now at the sheriff department. She's the one who you pay your tickets to, your fines to, who hand you the paper that say your court date is such and such, such and such. You would look at her with great high esteem. But soon as her and her best friend fell out, come to find out 30 years ago, your best friend let you use her uh what they call high school diploma. Took her name out,
Mm.
put yours in, and you presented it and got the job. So you really are an uneducated employee living there, passing the law's legal work while you fraudulently get paid by the state. So
Mm.
I'm not impressed with people who tell me about their degrees. I want to see your life. Show
Yeah.
me your life. Because if your life is right, you don't even need a degree. We'll raise you up.
This girl right here, I never see nobody always talk about that. People with degrees don't go around every minute of the day. I got this degree. I got that degree. People with degrees, we got it. We got it, right? We happy we got it, but we're just moving on and
Mm-hmm.
do what we gotta do to use it. But this girl got if you pass black, she even got it on the goddamn door, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
He got it on the damn door. Infinity probably got MS, got all them alphabets behind her name. I'm just like, wow, y'all got y'all degrees during the pandemic, y'all. The pandemic was easy to get a degree then, yeah. Mhm.
Mhm. Well, I tell you
Yeah,
one thing. Oh, go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
no worries, no worries.
Let's talk.
That's why, I say there's no connection to spirit
Mhm.
because when you have a purpose and your steps are designed a certain way,
Mhm.
like for
Mhm.
example, and I hate to keep using myself, but I don't want to talk about nobody else because I don't know you like that. I'm just using me because I know my story. Um, I knew what I wanted to do at 11 years old. I knew that I wanted to be a ballet dancer, the first black prima ballerina in Chicago. Like I knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
So you don't like I didn't care about what I had to go through to get it. You know what I mean? And then once I finished certain milestones, yeah, I celebrated or whatever, but I celebrated that to myself because I knew I was chosen from a very young age. I was born with a veil, and that came with a really hard emotional life growing up. So, you don't, once you get to your certain milestones and certain accomplishments, it's fine to celebrate and be proud of yourself or whatever. But again, as you said, you don't have to keep announcing how knowledgeable and intelligent you are. I have had people use my intelligence against me, just like when people use your power against you to say no. Look at Kimmy's face, for example, and Tisha. Whenever Melody is like, I'm good, like I'm over it. Why can't you get over it? They look as if like she has done something wrong or it's unfathomable that she let that demon face go. Like, how could you let him go? He's so fine, all them muscles. Everybody like him. He dressed so well. How could you just let him go? You got 4 kids with this man. You've been with him 14 years. So what? It's not worth what I have to go through to keep up appearances. Let me say that again. It's not worth what I have to go through to keep up appearances. Because Melody said it herself. Power couple does not mean perfect couple. She said it a multitude of times. But what do? Come back. Oh, well, I don't see a power couple if he cheating. Duh. That's why I divorced him, dummy. See, people see what they want to see and filter out what they want to filter out, right? Because it looks good on the outside, and he's an average, regular, skee ball headed country boy. He is not that great, okay? And if you want to see fine, I can show you fine, okay? Some of the men I rock one way with will make him shrivel up to nothing, okay? Martell is not that good looking. All right, he's not. So, and he's definitely not that intelligent.
Hold on, y'all. Why do y'all think that they're allowing this man to escape? I was watching Sonny, and Sonny brought that up. Somebody asked Sonny, why is he still on the show as a, she wanted her point of view as a producer. He have escaped through this whole show, y'all. But instead, what they do, they put it off on Stormy, and they make up stuff for Stormy. Stormy got his harassment, disorderly conduct, and here's his harassment communication. And with harassment communication, you have to be a family member, a lover, or an ex. Why are they taking the blame off of this man? He shared no blame on this show for what he did to this woman.
Manipulation. He's a good manipulator. That's all he has really in his favor, and he has the gift of charm. He's a charmer. He can be very charming. I'll give him that. He with his little soft, slow drawl. That if you sleep, if you're not woke, then yeah, you could be excuse my French, digmatized. Wow. When you're male identified, it's easy. Oh, he's a great guy when he wants to be a great guy. Okay, but what about the time when he don't want to be a great guy? And what did he do to his wife? That's why I told Trish, like, I don't respect her, because Huntsville's not that big. Everybody knows what happened between the former Holtz. Why would you go over there for Netflix to anything? Training? You can't. No, don't DM me, block, delete. No. But you want to flirt with dangers. Why? Because Trish is male identified too. Most of the women are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I think he get away with not being held accountable, and I think it's a little bit greater than that, because he is connected with the power of the show. That's the issue right there. See, truth is only spoken to power, and change happen. But if you can't change the power that be, then you can't change what the power dictates. And the power is connected to him. He's connected to the power, CK. And as long as CK, who signing their checks, say he's okay, then those who put check above character gonna say he's okay. But the moment that CK say, this ain't right, you're not, oh no, you're gonna have to get off this show. You did what? Then everybody else would have fell in line. But they following the leader. My mama used to always say the head follows the ass.
Right.
The ass follows the head. CK is the head. So the rest of those a-holes following his lead. If he say he's all right, they gonna say he all right, because he signed their check. But see, he remember this. He don't sign Mel's check. He don't sign Mel's check. She got an independent thinking working for her, because she can say what she wants, and her check is not based on how you feel about it, sir.
Thank you. And her source is greater. Her source is greater. She's connected to the Most High. She follows his lead.
Yeah. She under who signed his check. So if she complained to who signed her check about who signing their check, He got a problem, and he knows it.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of y'all don't understand law. Y'all keep saying that my lawyer should go after Kenya Rain. She is. Own is his boss, y'all. Why
That's
you
right.
have to start in the middle? This woman looking at the contract. I talked to her when I was there again about it because I keep wondering myself. She showed me the contract.
Miss T, don't overtalk now.
Okay, yeah.
Don't say too much.
I'm just saying that,
Okay.
the contract. You got to look at what's on the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you want
That's
to
how I
burn my
know
house, yeah, if you
Stay
want to
Puft
burn my house
Marshmallow.
down, start with the roof.
You got to
Right. That's how I know Stay Puft Marshmallow is not a lawyer with a bar card
Mm-hmm.
because he does not understand how contractual employment works.
Mm-hmm.
and on doing what they got to do. That's just standard lawyer stuff that
Mm-hmm.
what they got to do in the courtroom. But
Yeah, they doing exactly what your car insurance company would do. Oh, it's not our fault. We don't cover that. No, they doing that. That's what they supposed to do. But in the end, they gonna do what God said do, and that settles that.
so
Boom.
I want to get back on Stormy, you guys. I'm so connected to the spirit, y'all, of our ancestors. If we do, we will love our sisters and our brothers. I chose to do the legal way. The legal way is a peaceful way. I have to put out fires in that community down there because people want street justice when it come to storming them. But me as an elder, I see the spirit. You can't pick up no knife or no gun at your brothers and your sisters. They can do it these days because they don't love each other. We don't have the knowledge of self. So it don't. If I look at my brother, he look like me. I can delete him because I don't have the knowledge of self. I'm not in that spirit with him. I am in the spirit. So I have to keep peace, you guys. I'm not going to go and tell these people that I raised to go in there and attack these people. No, I did it the legal and the peaceful route, and nobody is talking about that. Now, nobody is talking about what Miss BT chose the peaceful and legal route to go. So here go Miss Rose, whoever this is. Y'all, I'm gonna bring her up, say to the stage. I don't know. Grand Rice and Miss Rose. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Black Titanic. I'm sorry, you guys. I had on my headset, so I wasn't able to hear you through my headset, so I had to disconnect it. All I want to say is hello, everyone. I'm only familiar with Miss Black Titanic on the panel. I just subscribed to the young lady that's doing this live today. All I want to say is, Miss Black Titanic, I'm definitely praying for you in every way necessary. And I am so happy, and I look forward to your success moving forward with everything that you have going against you. That's all I wanted to say, everyone. I love you all. Stay blessed and highly
Oh,
favored.
oh wow, you just really thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Blessings multiply.
Uh-huh. All right,
Thank you. Have a good day.
all right, that was awful sweet of her. Y'all know words of encouragement. It goes a long ways, y'all. Words of encouragement to boost my spirit up because my spirit sometimes on here, Lord have mercy. I don't y'all I just don't know. Y'all know my daughter picture was circulating around here and I'm gonna tell y'all something about that. I been knew that they claimed my daughter picture was circling around on the internet, but they saying that True T was my daughter, right? And I done told y'all 100 times that True T is not my daughter. Y'all, I never met this lady. This lady is just helping out an elder. She was raised like that. we done got out of that now, respecting and helping your elders. That's so far-fetched these days to her saying that she's my daughter. I don't even know her real name. That's the truth, y'all. But whatever she do, she's honest with it. Every penny, every dime that y'all done gave her goes to that lawyer, and y'all see that. So I don't know why they keep saying that this GoFundMe is a scam. But to get back to on my daughter, y'all, there was more going behind this scene. Y'all know Shay, right? Shay, the lady that with me, her daughter died.
Yeah.
Her daughter and my daughter are best friends. They hanging out with each other since they were like 4 years old. So her daughter, like my daughter, was Shay said, please don't pull that picture up. You pull that picture up, because I knew she knew about the picture circling around. It could be my daughter. She said, I can't take it if they don't pull a picture up of my daughter thinking that that's your daughter, thinking that's True T. She said it would be like they done dug her up out under the grave, took the dirt off of her and resurrect my daughter, and then I gotta bury her again. So that's why I did not research who daughter that was. I was scared to look. What if it was my Shay daughter? What if it was her? You know, and then so then it died down. And then y'all are, it's just no excuse uppity. She just poked and start posting the picture everywhere. And somebody said, is your daughter got blue hair? I was scared to look again because those two, her daughter always wore blue hair. So I just knew it was Shay's daughter. But I told Shay, I said, Shay, I got to look. I got to see if it's my daughter or your daughter that they passing around, or your dead daughter. And then there's a third mother too. That daughter died with our daughter too. She was thinking it was her daughter too. We got two girls now. That all three of these girls that they could have picked from my Facebook. Two of them dead, and one of them is alive, which is my daughter, which is very ill. And so I was scared, but I went on and looked at it, and it was a relief. It was my daughter. So that's why that was that sense of urgency. Take it down. Take it down. Shay started having seizures after she even found my daughter. She said, "That's your daughter is my daughter too. You know, that's the only thing I lived through your daughter, because your daughter and my daughter been together since they were 4 years old. My daughter dead and gone. Muffin said my daughter dead and gone. So you got these two mothers so attached to this picture also. So what? I was kind of relieved. Like, look, I was saying, look, it's Keita, y'all. It's not y'all daughter, you know. And so that's what was the sense of urgency was because of those two mothers more than myself. But my daughter being who she were, I finally had to go ahead on and tell her. She said, Mama, I'm having a great day. She had to encourage me. She called me like 6 a.m. Mama, y'all be encouraged. You know, she 50 something. She said, but I'm recovering. I'm back at work, she said, and I ain't got no hair. But long as they got wigs, I got hair.
Amen.
I was upset because she was talking about her wig, not knowing why my daughter was wearing those wigs. People be bald head because of chemotherapy takes their hair out. I'm just saying there's different reasons people have alopecia. And what's her name was putting up there talking about her wig, what her hair looked like. And I'm like, there's a reason she got on a wig, girl. But anyway, I want to thank all of y'all for coming to my rescue when Uppity kept poking, with thinking that my daughter was True T. I want to tell you.
I'm not done with her. I'm not done with her.
I want to tell y'all this. Hold on, then I'll be finished. If a mother, I know who I birthed out my womb. I done told y'all 100 times that True T is not my daughter. I love my kids. Why would I disown my child for the sake of you all? So when I did see it was my daughter, I went on and acknowledged, yes, that's my daughter. But they still wouldn't stop. Now they want to put it off on, I'm not going to disrespect her by calling her piano T. Marcella, they said Marcella put the picture out. So, but anyway, Marcella and I buried stuff, which y'all don't know. Marcella, anybody come on her platform and try to talk about me, she shut them down, and I've heard her do. She said, "Don't, man, no, we done shut this down." So that's why I don't talk about Marcella on my channel. I shut people down. They're gonna talk about Marcella on my channel. She shut them down if they gonna talk about her on her channel, and that's how we decide to smash this shit. All right, y'all.
Well, I still want to know why Uppity did that. I'm not letting it go. We should not let it go. And I'm still very much old school in protecting my elders,
Queen,
especially
I
the
want to
ones that
know
feed
too.
me.
Queen, I want to know too. I was hoping that she answered that over there with Queen Sheba, but she never would answer it. I want to know why. And then Take Talk, this is to you. I'm calling names. Or you went and said that you had paperwork. And then you came back and called me a liar, said don't lie on you. You didn't say don't lie on you because you said that you didn't have no birth certificate. But what else I'm gonna think if you say you got paperwork? Only paperwork I know is birth certificates, right?
That's right.
That's why I said I know what's on my daughter's birth certificate, and it's not true T. But anyway, and when Tay talked favor, she did say she smashed and said she wasn't gonna disrespect me. So I just have to give it to when Tay talked. She did say that, y'all.
Well, I want to add this, like Titanic, and not just for us here today, but whoever come across your platform and get this image. I just want to establish something here because it took God 7 days to create the heavens and the earth, and everything that He created, He said, spoke, declared, decreed, called it. Even though it wasn't, He called it. And that's how important words are. And so I want to say, I want to declare, I want to decree the law of God, the law, not my will, not your will, but the law of God says, whatsoever you sow, good or bad, up or down, left or right, whatsoever you sow, you gonna reap it. Now, saying that to say this, that even though the beef is settled, even though you may have no proof, because the Bible said open rebuke is better than secret love. It is better that I come to you and say, Miss Black Titanic, I was wrong, forgive me, than for me to say, squash it, it's over, and that's it. No, open rebuke is better than secret love. And I say that to say this, that even though it's squashed and it's over and this and that, when trouble comes to the houses of offenders, when trouble came to Pharaoh's house, he was king, had all the wealth in the land, controlled every man, every woman, every child in the land. He was up there. So even though you may be rising in your clicks and your views, in your platform elevation, in your opportunities to do this, that, and the other, know that reaping day is on the way. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that not only so that they will be aware that when stuff is happening, how can this be? Why my marriage that? Why my boyfriend this? Why my child that? Because the same thing you sowed is the same thing you gonna reap. You have touched this woman's heart. You've touched her mind. You've touched her child. You touched her unity with these other women. You've touched their grief, their sorrow, all of that by doing just a simple thing is lying and putting up a picture. Reaping day is coming. Nobody can stop it. No good deed can stop it. It's a law that what you sowed, you gonna reap. No matter how much good you do later, you still got to reap what you sowed. I'm through with that.
Let me
Okay,
see.
y'all. Okay, stop playing with God. Stop using God as
Let
a
me
meat
read
shield.
this, y'all. Let me read this. Tay Tay said people think demons can't transfer. They work through people. That's something similar to what Pastor Justice was saying earlier, that these spirits still is alive. Tay Tay said, I really don't expect nothing different from Stormy. She marinated in her mother's womb for 9 months. the evenness her mother has was passed to her. A tree is known by the fruit it bears. Yes. And on that note, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all say some finals. And it's over 2 hours. I'm gonna get off. And I just want to say to you guys too, I don't want no beef with none of y'all on this. Y'all quit pulling me in y'all beef. Y'all beefing with these other young, healthy women. Beef with them, but leave me out of it. Seem like they pull me in. I don't know why, but they keep pulling me in they beef. I don't want to be beefing with none of y'all. I just want to come on here, do my content, and leave, and then it stops me from teaching. All that week that I was going through that with Uppity, I had promised my members some Black history stuff. And in order for me to do the kind of Black history that I want to do with my members, I had to be mentally prepared because that's some low down, dirty stuff was done to our ancestors, y'all. I feel it. When I'm teaching that stuff, I feel it all in the spirit. So I was going to get my mindset to do that, but I'm going to get my mindset so I can start sending my members, some great history teaching.
But we got your back, sis. I'm not letting it go. I'm a beefer. I bully bullies. I like the truth. I want to know. I'm going to get curb gutter Chicago, West Side, wild, wild with it. I'm not letting it go. I'm going to ride this mule till the horseshoes fall off. I want to know why you did it. I want to know why you I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want to know why you put Black Titanic in the middle of this kerfuffle. Why? Because we always skirt away from it. Oh, well, I took it down, so I want to know why you did it.
Y'all had to beg that girl. Y'all don't know where I was going. That woman was having seizures. I mean, my friends were having seizures behind that stuff. They couldn't tolerate it. If you're going through, my daughter like a daughter to Shay. But anyway, you guys, if I tell y'all something, if I say these are my kids, these are my kids. Why would I? That's my problem with Uppity is I told you that True T was not my daughter, but let me tell y'all what Uppity did. Uppity, when she first kept talking about True T was my daughter, she did a whole video on me. And so I accepted it, right? I accepted it. I will let her say what she had to say. I thought it was over with. The next day I get up, she done posted the picture on her wall. So that's why and then I went over there and tried to keep it private, y'all, by writing on a wall and say, hey, look, I told you this was not my daughter. Truth is not my daughter. But she kept erasing it. She didn't want nobody to see that I was saying it. She kept deleting what I was saying. So that's why I went on my platform and made it public. It didn't even have to be public, y'all. It's the same thing Stormy did. I'm telling y'all that when I left that shit that Stormy was doing, I didn't know because I'm out there in the parking lot. I didn't know she was on the internet while I was in that parking lot. I didn't know, y'all. It just so happened that Shay had the video going that we had our own. When I come on and sit down, I see her blasting and cussing me out on the YouTube. So I put mine up. But it would have been kept between me and her. Because I was too embarrassed to even tell anybody how she had treated me. So that was her fault. That was her fault that she went to jail. I took her own evidence down there. Anyway, y'all, that's the same thing. I really want to know why too myself. Why, if I telling y'all True T, my daughter, why y'all keep posting my daughter, real daughter picture up and keep saying it's True T? I don't get it.
Well, I got a question, and I don't need to know why she did all that. I already know because hurt people, and people that put up smoke is usually to hide something. But my question is, when True T said, all I asked is, why are you against me having a GoFundMe when you got one up for your mother, and yet you started spending up money buying products? Now that I want to know.
Wow.
That I want to know.
That.
Mm-hmm.
Even if True T was my daughter, what she clearly can't have a problem with it because she's a daughter with a GoFundMe up for her own mom. So
Exactly.
even if True T was my daughter, what would be the problem
Mm-hmm.
for
And
her
if
having
True,
a GoFundMe for me as her
yeah,
mother?
yeah, and if True T was as accused taking the money, what business is that of anyone else's? If you're not complaining, if here for Hot T not complaining, who else should be complaining? That's my question. I want to know that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I want to know.
And the reason
Why is
why
one
I
GoFundMe all
say
right and another one is not? That's all I want to know.
Queen said,
exactly, and it's a more of a spiritual reason why I know why she did it. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Mm-hmm.
why a lot of women do ignorant, hurtful, deplorable things like that. But I want the ownership in speaking about it and saying
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coward. I can't say why. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have an expert. That's why we say the village circles the offender and pelts them with love. That's the Native
Mm-hmm.
American way. We
Mm.
circle around you and love on you until you openly own it and say, you know what? Hey, you got me. I'm not going to resist no more. Okay, I get it.
see, what y'all don't know about True T is she's very sensitive. And she's a
Hmm.
lady with morals and she's a lady with morals and character. And when they be coming after her, attacking her, that's she waiting there. She'll wait a while
Mm-hmm.
over and over. She look up her name all in everybody else's mouth, all on everybody's platform in a negative way. So she start coming out swinging. So
Mm-hmm.
when she come out swinging, now they say she is a bully. The lady is defending herself. She's not a
Mm-hmm.
bully.
No, I had never listened to True T except in passing, but
Mhm.
since they painted such a negative picture about her, I went to evaluate for myself. So I've been listening to her for almost a week and a half now, and I've learned something.
She,
She's a straight shooter. Mm. She
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
call a ace and a spade, and
Well,
she don't care. She's not fearful. See, that's what they hate. She's not fearful. She's not
yeah.
afraid of what man can do to her. She said, "I'm gonna call your name, and this is what you did, and you lied." And I like that. I respect that. And until you can do the same with evidence, shut the hell up and leave that lady alone.
Yeah, yeah, leave it. And then y'all gonna call this my GoFundMe a scam, but all y'all reading the documents. I mean, y'all reading the lawyer. That the lawyer that this woman found is a brilliant
Mm-hmm.
lawyer. She's not cheap. Why would I
Immaculate.
go and hire a lawyer like Uncle Festus? Huh? I could take $300 or $400 to get to a lawyer like Uncle Fester, but that's not the kind of lawyer I need. I need a good lawyer, and
That's
she
right.
young.
That's right. And she know her stuff too. I listened to your lawyer's document presented by Trending, and she
Mhm.
is excellent. She she ready. She ready for whatever they throw at her. She's ready, and she backs it up. She backs up. I
Mhm.
listened to every case she cited. All of that. This is an attorney. It takes money to get an attorney like this. And if that's the only thing that True T had done, she went above and beyond. So
Yeah.
anything that they say about her, it has no bearing in my realm because she did what the talkers are not doing.
Well, she didn't just do it for me. She did it for all the subscribers and all the
I
content
know.
creators
No.
because she stopped that man. She
That's
blocked that
right.
man. That man had so many open spaces to fill,
That's right.
go back and fulfill, and she blocked it,
That's
y'all.
right. The very ones who talking about her, BT, are the ones she helped.
Yes, and
Are the
then
ones she helped.
Hmm.
he do to prove that he's after subscribers. He got what's her name? It was a subscriber, anonymous, but just so happened he didn't know what he was getting. He got a
Hmm.
lawyer. She was a
Yeah.
subscriber plus a real lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
he put his foot in his mouth when he did
Yeah.
that. I know he
Yeah.
was shocked. He probably said,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, what have I done?" Because
I done
he
opened
got
Pandora's box.
yeah. Anyway, let's see what P.C. Jones said. Betty is so full of hate and evil, it seeps through her cradle face skin. They really mad at Mel because she has a clean record. Mel's not like them. Mel's bougie, as Kimmy said, in my opinion. Thank you, BC John, for bringing it up, because do y'all know how this woman talking about Mel? And y'all know out of all of them, the whole season, Melly is the only one that showed concern about her having cancer. I never heard none of them, not even her husband, show any kind of compassion for her. She's supposed to have cancer. Let me just put it like that. That's how I put it. None of Melody and Sonny are the only two that showed compassion for her health and what she was going through. Now she on the internet trying to bash Melody and trying to look down on Sonny.
Those the hands she bit.
Okay, True T said, CR said, True T is a woman of morals. Yes, she is. She speaks her mind, and that's what I love about her. She will call them out name by name. But we'll see what y'all don't know is she don't do it right away. It's like they keep on poking and poking and poking it. And me too. I'm like that too. I might not see nothing. It may go on for months, then all of a sudden I'm going to explode. I'm going to I got to come forward because they never stop poking. And that's how she do. Yeah, she's tired
That's how
of
most
it.
of God's chosen are. We were responders. I'm the same way. I waited 35 years to respond to some of the ABUSC that I've been through in my personal. And people are now, why are you bringing that up now? No, you struck a match.
They
You triggered me. So when I tell my story, I tell it when God tells me to speak. And I held my peace because I was focusing on raising a family, and that was more important. So now they're grown. I can talk all I want to talk and tell the truth with receipts, as True T say.
And let me put Miss B Bliss, and I'm gonna leave with Miss B Bliss. She said, "Peace and blessing, Black Titanic. Peace and blessing to all you guys, y'all. We got to learn how to love each other, connect with that spirit. Okay, I'm getting ready to sign it off, you guys." Pastor, you got anything you want to say? It's almost 3 hours. Woo, Lord, I know.
Just that I want to see my people, our race of people blessed. And sometimes, in order for them to be blessed, well, the majority of the time, in fact, all the time, in order for them to be blessed, even though I love you, even though you my buddy, you my friend, you my homegirl, I got to tell you the truth. If a person don't tell you the truth, they don't love you. Because the truth will make you free. God said the truth makes you free. So if you doing wrong, if you harassing Miss Black Titanic, if you lying on Melody, if you this, that, and the other, and as my friend or family, and I refuse to tell you, hey, you wrong, I don't love you. In fact, I don't really give to what happened to you, because anything subject to happening to a liar. So tell your friends the truth. Tell your family the truth. Don't try to make friends. God is the friend that stick closer than a brother. Tell them the truth. The truth they know will make them free. That's what I want to end with.
This will make you free. Okay, y'all, I'm going to end it with this. I don't know how I'm going to win. I just know I'm not going to lose, and this man is fighting a spiritual battle. Y'all see all them spirits up there in the air? I don't know how I'm going to win. They call him the Rebel King. I just know I'm not going to lose. And that's a great analogy to have. You don't know how you're going to get through it, but you know you're going to get through this. Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway, I want to just thank all of y'all, and I don't know when y'all know I just come live when I feel like it. Yes, you guys, and I want to correct something, you guys. Y'all, it's circulating, live circulating around again, saying that Shay is dead. Shay is not dead, y'all. It's her daughter that died. Y'all got it mixed up.
I heard that too.
It's her daughter that passed, y'all. It's her daughter that passed. Yeah, I was there when I was so glad to be in Huntsville. I was with her. I was with her when I went to Huntsville this last time, y'all. Anyway, See y'all later. Good night.
Bye.
Not good night. What I mean, good night, y'all. Oh,
You must be finna take a nap.
I got up at 7 o'clock is late for me.
I was up at 3
in the
Yes.
mornings.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. When he call, you answer. Hey, come on, let's have a talk.
You know, my grandfather told me that when
Mhm.
they wake you up in the morning, that's the spirit one
Yes.
is talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
My
Yes, ma'am.
you should say that because that's what my grandfather used to tell me all the time.
Yeah, you didn't wake up by happenstance. That's not
Mhm.
your normal routine. You've been set 15 years waking up at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, getting ready for work, but all of a sudden, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., the spirit calling you. We need to talk. Some things need to be spoken on because without
Yes.
speaking it, it won't happen.
And I like to just say to y'all that don't believe that spirit lives, what happens? All these people that can pass on, and you can still turn the TV on, and their spirit is still up there, y'all. What happens when you take a picture and you look at that picture's still there? That stuff don't disappear because what happened is that there was the spirit that the TV captured. There was the spirit that picture, that photograph captured. Now, if the spirit was dead, that means that all of it would disappear. But it don't disappear. I can turn on that TV. And when BT dead and gone, y'all can turn on this TV or the YouTube and still see me because my spirit gonna still be up there on that YouTube.
And I tell you something else. You can listen to a pastor that has passed away, who's speaking a sermon, and all of a sudden you feel it. That's the spirit of that man that was there at that time. And if you don't believe in spirit, you don't believe in God. How can you say that, Loretta? Because the word says, I am the spirit, the truth, and the light.
And the light. And leave it on that, y'all. Let's take it. Let's dance. Let's take it out of here. I'm finna dance my way.
All right, ladies, you got some friends? All right, now let's do a little work about let's here we go, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but what's love and the 478 man? It's like,